Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to y'all. Okay, so today, y'all, this is a hot topic, okay? Today, I'm going to be talking to you from 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. But first, let me remind you to hit that like button, comment, and hit that subscribe button. They're all free, y'all, okay? They're free. Just hit it. You're going the extra mile when you leave me a comment. I get that. But you can leave me a 1-word comment, 2-word, a phrase, a sentence. But you can just click subscribe, it's right there. And if you really want to sow a seed, you can join this channel, okay? You can join this channel to show your love and support. Okay? And even, if y'all know about sowing seeds, then listen, when the word is good, you want to sow. You want to sow into that word so you can get a return. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. But we're going to be diving into the 14th chapter of 1 Corinthians. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to dive into it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't know if we'll be finished with it or not, but we're going to dive into it for the next 3 days because it's going to take a minute, okay? And guess what? Paul is talking to the church of Corinth about tongues. Y'all know about tongues? I know. Listen, if you Pentecostal, I know you know about tongues, okay? Baptist, maybe. Presbyterian, maybe not so much. Methodist, possibly. But honey, if you holiness, apostolic, Pentecostal, all of that, you know about speaking in tongues. Is it real? There's always conversations about tongues, y'all. So we're going to dive into some, not all, but some of what the word says about tongues. So Paul is talking, remember, you have to remember when he's writing these letters, a lot of times he is addressing specific issues that were going on. A lot of times we look at this and we look at it as blanket statements for everybody, everywhere, forever and a day. Well, maybe, in the book of Galatians, they weren't having the same problem that the book of Corinthians, the church in Corinth was having, so we have to look at it in the content and context of what was going on. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So, 14th chapter, first verse. Let's dive in. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. So listen, y'all, I got both right here, King James, NIV. I'm going to try to stick with one. But I feel like this scripture is so important that we should definitely have the King James with us. We can use the NIV, but we're going to need the King James on this. So, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy, okay? Especially prophesying. That's what the NIV says. I got both right here. For he that speaks or speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries, okay? So that might answer your first question, okay? He that speaketh in unknown tongues is not speaking to man, but he's speaking to God, and he's speaking mysteries by way of the Spirit, okay? But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. Let's jump right over there. Verse 2 in the NIV, for anyone who speaks in the tongue does not speak to people, but to God. Indeed, no one understands them. They utter mysteries by the Spirit. But the one who prophesies speaks to people for their strengthening, encouraging, and comfort. So when you're in a church and people begin to speak in tongues, they are speaking directly to God. It is for their edification or for them. It's a mystery. And unless I'm getting ahead of myself, but people who prophesy in the church, that's for the edification of the body. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Verse 4, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. So that right there tells me, when you're in your home and you're praying and you go into tongues, it's quite all right, because you are in your home and you are beginning to get into that realm where you are talking to God. You're speaking mysteries, and He knows exactly what's going on. Matter of fact, and I'm getting ahead of myself, you can even pray for interpretation or revelation. God will allow you to interpret your own tongues, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Verse 5. Paul says, I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesies than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying. So I just said that, y'all. I'm going to break it down for y'all. Verse 5 says, I would like every one of you to speak in tongues. This is Paul saying to the church, I want all y'all to speak in tongues, but, and y'all know what but means. But kind of cancels out what you just said. He said, I want everybody. I would like for everybody to speak in tongues, but I would rather you prophesy. Okay, if you're going to go after a gift, I would rather you prophesy. The one who prophesies is greater than the one who speaks in tongues. Did y'all hear that? Ooh, child, I've been through some things when it comes to this speaking in tongues, and I do speak in tongues. But here we go. The one who prophesies is greater than the one who speaks in tongues, unless someone interprets, so that the church may be edified. Okay? I'm going to stop right there. I want y'all to come back tomorrow because it's good. I want y'all to come back tomorrow. And I know some of you getting ready. You going to work. You got 5 minutes. That's, look, I'm not trying to take up all your time. I want you to come back so you can get the rest of this word of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, okay? We talking about tongues, okay? So have a blessed day, a purpose-filled life. And you know that I love you with that agape love. I'll see you tomorrow.